El Camino College is a pretty large community college in Torrance. It's been around for a very long time, and LPA has had the privilege and the opportunity to design several buildings on that campus. The Math, Business, and Allied Health building is a cast-in-place concrete building. So mechanically, there was very, very careful integration of how the ductwork, as well as things like fire sprinklers, electrical conduit, and data raceway, would all fit in a really kind of a tight ceiling plenum so that we could still have sort of standard, generous floor-to-ceiling heights, even in this very constrained floor-to-floor. I think our integrated design team with architectural, structural, and mechanical all working together in our Revit model in-house was really able to achieve that in a way that it would have been much more difficult had we not been working in Revit or had we been separated in different offices.
We designed a 3-story building with just math and business, and all of a sudden we had a president's meeting. You know, it was kind of an impromptu thing, and he goes, I want a 4th floor. Can you just put another floor on there? And we're going to put Allied Health in there. And we're like, this is impossible to do, especially the type of requirements you have for Allied Health is so different than math and business, because it's not just a standard classroom. It's not just chairs and tables and a projector. Now you need to have, you know, a radiation room. You have to have hospital beds hooked up to gas and water and electricity, and then we needed to add an elevator that was bigger to get the gurneys up there, because they practice all this stuff, right? So putting that on a 4th floor is not an easy thing, because all the utilities run through the whole building, right? But I think when the president was thinking that there aren't enough of those kind of classrooms. So he was, I think, really smart, because in the end, at the bid market, the building came in for the price of what they had allocated for a 3-story building.
You think about how people will use it or even respond to it. And for us, it's really important to still remember that we design buildings for people, right? In this building, it was actually really important to evolve the design and think about acoustics much more as a significant part of the design. So in the classrooms, so this balance between hard surfaces and soft and absorptive surfaces became really important. So you look at classrooms where they have the ability to have, you know, those solid surfaces where you write on, you know, or even, you know, tack and project onto, but then a balance where we have these perforated wood panels that are acoustical in nature, so they don't bounce back and forth like an echo chamber does. So for us, between the hallways, where you get, again, a lot of students migrating through the hallways and even socializing in it, because we made the hallways a little bit wider so students can spend more time in it other than just walking back and forth.
The architects had a great experience where they kind of charretted and met with all the different users of the new building, and that's where we kind of poked our head in and, you know, how can we program the outdoor spaces? So is there any interior function, whether it's just a breakout or a casual meeting space, that we could build into the exterior environment? So the idea that, hey, even if a student collides with a professor as they're walking across campus, hey, is there a convenient little seat wall or a patio table or a couch or whatever that you can just kind of have these informal spaces where we all know education, sometimes some of the most meaningful meetings happen in those spaces. For landscape architects, we really got to put a new twist on the campus where, hey, there's these interesting outdoor spaces that relate to kind of the overall fabric of the campus.